If you've recently had a spiritual encounter or a moment that set you back on your heels and shattered some illusions, you're probably now in a transitional phase that I call the spiritual gaslighting of the self. You see, it's in this point after this experience that your community of origin may not understand you suddenly, like at all. And in the middle of this, you now see the entire world differently. More. You may start doing one of the following: polling everyone you know for answers, Googling professionally, speaking with Chat GPT in a way that may or may not land you in a New York Times think piece on the dangers of AI, or my favorite, listening to paranormal podcast, hoping someone else has already had your experience and has processed it for you. Does that sound familiar? It's because I've been there too. When I went belly up in a paradigm shift well over a decade ago, I lost my community and I found Jesus in the middle of the process. And that was not an easy place to be by and large, because there was grief, trauma, anguish, excitement, freedom, a sense of urgency and purpose and amazing things. But in the middle of that, I became a professional Googler and tried to intellectualize everything and asked everyone I know if I was actually correct. And it's in that place that I think we have to learn to hold certain things in tension, hold on to what we do know, and hold on really closely to God and to community. You have to be really thoughtful about who you share deep or profound or heavy spiritual experiences with, because not everybody's going to get it, unfortunately. And sometimes people can, with good or with bad intentions, doesn't matter, the effect is the same. People can really come along and crush an experience that has been unprocessed. And that can be really painful because you may not even understand your own experience and you're just trying to figure it out. And somebody comes along and crushes it, and that's not helpful, because you're just trying to figure it out. And so a lot of times what you need too is someone to say, wow, that was a real experience. And let's unpack that, not just together, but in community. Because a decade after going belly up in a paradigm shift of fairly epic proportions, I now have the incredible honor of walking with people who really just need someone next to them to offer encouragement, validation, books which are actually helpful, rooting and grounding in relationship with Jesus, where fear, including the fear of being wrong, the fear of hell, the fear of death, hell, and the grave, the fear of other people's opinions, the fear of dark entities, the fear of the fear of the fear of, where fear just can't win because love has already stepped in and won. And if this whole thing is something that you resonate with, I would love to invite you to a year-long community that I have. It includes 24 live calls throughout the year with the same group of people who you'll also be in a group chat with on not a social media platform, in a private app, recorded videos with lots of information. I think right now it's quite a few hours of recorded video on things like spiritual authority, hearing God in context of the Old Testament, prophets who were the OGs at hearing God, stuff on getting your body in a stable place, and stuff on seeing and processing spiritually. And there's also a reading list, basically enough to keep you busy and not feeling quite so alone for about a year. And if you're in a place where you just really want to find people that can walk with you, who we listen and we don't judge, but then we listen and we discern together, I'd love to have you. That link will be down below. But until then, find your people. I promise you, they're out there and you're not by yourself. By yourself is a big lie. Hey there, I'm Mary. I write and teach on the spiritual realm, but only with Jesus. If that's something that interests you, I would love to have you come follow along.